खिला दो ना कुछ।
Now, our next slide is, ma'am, I am audible, ma'am? Sir?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Now, come to the next point. Just this is switching to the next point, ma'am. What is the pH value of the gray water? We must know, yes, students must know the pH value of the gray water. And this is pH stands for the potential of the hydrogen ion in the water. There is a pH value of water. We must drink the water having pH value 6.5 to the 8.5. That is the exact accurate the pH value of the water that must be drink. The pH is the of the gray water is to large extent depends on the pH and the alkalinity in the water supply and the normal within the range of value 5 to 9 pH. The gray water having the pH value 5 to 9. It depends on the from where this gray water is generated. If the gray water is generated from the laundry having the higher amount of the alkalinity, so this pH value may change. But actually we have to drink the water that must have the pH value 6.5 to 8.5. As we are just right now, all the people are having RO, means water purifier. This RO having the pH value of water 5 to 7. So student must know about the pH level. What is pH level? What is the pH level of the water? What pH level water is used for drinking? We have to know the knowledge about the pH to the students. You know, gray water with most of its sources originating from the laundry will generally exhibit the high pH due to the presence of alkaline materials used in the but few of the countries detergent have very low alkaline. Kindly mute. Actually, most of the very developed countries using the detergent having very low alkalinity. So the gray water is regenerated over there that having the very low alkalinity that is used the very quiet way. In the US Environmental Protection Agency recommend that the pH level of water sources should be at pH measurement level between 6.5 to 8.5 on a scale that ranges from 0 to 14. But the best pH of the drinking water sits right in the middle of the 7 pH. Isn't it? What is the pH value? pH value extend from the 0 to 14, but the best for drinking water having the in the range of the middle, that is the 7 pH, isn't it? So we have to develop, we have to make the students know or understand the what is pH value of the water. Here is a few plants, and all of in our surrounding there is a lot of plants that uses lots of plants that use gray water. This is the Canna flaccida and Heliconia rostrata, Canna indica also, that all these plants use gray water very frequently. So in our surrounding, there is a water hyacinth and the lettuce that are present in our locality in the stagnant water. That plants just use the gray water and clean the gray water, clean gray water. And we have to use some reeds also. We have to use all these plants in our garden that will beautify our garden also, and they use the gray water also. So we can manage the gray water very proper way in our gardening. Such plants use the gray water very frequently, very easily. There is no problem, and many more plants are present over there. I have just collected few plants. That plants grow well in gray water. Next, what are the advantages of using gray water? The primary benefits of using gray water is lower the water usage, because it makes a recycled water can significantly reduce overall water consumption and the water bill also. These are the advantages of gray water. This also recharge our groundwater also, and also reduces our water bill. You know, wait, is gray water dangerous? Is gray water dangerous? Gray water has the potential to carry bacteria and viruses, making it unsafe to drink. Gray water is never potable, however it is used for the things like flushing toilets and irrigation. Gray water sometimes cannot use for drinking because it has a dangerous microbes that may be harmful for our body. It can be used only for flushing the toilets and the irrigation.
20 में खत्म होगा 15 मिनट होगा
8 होगा ओके चलो टाइम listen next slide. Benefits of using gray water. Next is the benefits of using gray water. Yes, benefits of using gray water. Actually, the fresh water conservation. If we use gray water, then we can conserve fresh water. If we use gray water for the irrigation or flushing our toilets, that means we are just doing reduction of the water wastage, reduce energy consumption, and beautification of the landscape. Wherever we are using gray water in our garden for the different plants and for the different flowers, this will beautify our garden and the homes and the landscape. So the reduce energy consumption also. Whenever the gray water is used, so we can't draw the fresh water, isn't it? Reuse of nutrients. Now, reuse of nutrients also. Gray water having different nutrients. Reuse the nutrients. Organic filtering of water. Groundwater recharges. Now time is running out, so we will just within 2 minutes we will just conclude my session. Which of the following, I have just only 2 questions. Just see the question and answer. Just think of the answer. Which of the following is the source of gray water? Kitchens, toilets, factories, effluents, or the chemicals? I think just you type them in the chat box. Type answer in the chat box. Which of the following is a source of gray water? Unmute. Next question.
ये हो जाएगा 10 उधर भी हो जाएगा तो 15 को तो हो जाएगा ना।
5 घंटा वाला जो दुगो कर लेती।
What
5
is
घंटे वाला
now? Please, please.
आज ही ना लाता है छोटा 5 घंटा वाला।
आज करेगी।
हाँ तो 5 आज हो गया। आज 10 को तुम रजिस्टर भी अगर करते
Tara
हो
ma'am, please.
10 में 15 हुआ ना।
तो अब सीट खाली रहेगा तब ना।
खाली नया वाला के लिस्ट खाली
हो जाता है। आज दूसरी बात है कि निष्ठा वाला भी देखिए, निष्ठा वाला
Listen, see my next question. See my next question. The following type of contamination should be avoided in grey water collection.
भी हो जाएगा 10 को आराम से।
Just bath, water, kitchen, or the fecal, or
Yes,
the water
नहीं
from the maintenance of the livestock. Next. Now time is running out, so I'm just going to conclude my session. Fresh water is a limited source on the earth, so increasingly much of this polluted by the both pathogen microbes and the chemical contamination, isn't it? So we have youths understand the water judiciously and to conserve, protect, and restore our natural resources, isn't it? So I just going to conclude my session, but before concluding, just according to the rules and our culture of the DAV, we just start Shanti part. Shanti, 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 Roshadaya, Shanti, Vanaspataya, Shanti, Deva, Shanti, Shanti, Sarvam Shanti, Shanti, Shanti,
शांति ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम ओम
unmute first.
Wonderful session, Nishi ma'am.
Yes, thank
Very
you.
nice presentation.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very nice.
Yes,
Nishi ma'am.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Very nice.